Hi, Tom Mitchell, the one-minute dog trainer. We're back again with Scratchy and Shar and Bill. And this is our good friend Kealani in the background. Kea, you know what, for right now, okay, you can come over and say hi. Kea's been with us for a long time. She's our older good girl dog, and she's been kind of in the background there. So we'll ask her just to not distract Scratchy too much. We'll just ask her to kind of go find a spot. Okay, could you go find a spot, please? Thank you, Kea. She's such a good girl, and she listens really well after many years of training. No, actually, it only took her a few months, but okay, we'll just leave her there and see how that works out. Because Scratchy may be a little more interested in Kea, but it's all right that we have this distraction. What we're going to do this time, hey, Kea, honey, I'm really sorry, baby. Could you please go find a spot somewhere? Thank you. Just someplace, not so close, just a little bit further away. Thank you. She got whacked in the ear by a cat the other day, so her ear's bothering her a little bit. And she smells the treats there that we have brought out for Scratchy, because we're gonna help inspire Scratchy to come a few times with food. So we'll just let Kea stand there for the time being. It'll be all right. Okay, Scratchy, come on. We're going to do just another couple one-minute sessions. And the reason we're going to use food is we want to start to associate, and they've been using food along the way, is associate food with coming. But what we really want is Scratchy to come because he wants to, and because it's pleasurable for him to come, not because there's food there. Okay, buddy. Thank you so much. That was really well done the way you sat down. You notice we're... excuse me. Excuse me. Please sit down. Thank you so much. That is so good. Okay, now I need you to stay, please. Again, we're using the please and thank you. Now, you may think that that's kind of silly, using please and thank you with your dog. And the reason that it really works is because it evokes an emotion inside you that's softer and allows nonverbal communication. And a lot of dog training is about our nonverbal signals, both the things we do with our body and our facial structure, and how we feel inside, and what we're thinking in our minds makes a huge difference in the way. And dogs have, do you know that puppies, and this is going to come up in housebreaking sessions, puppies can smell their own urine in, I think it's 2 parts per million in water. It's incredible. Thus, hey, Kea, it's all gone. All right. All right. So what we're going to have to do now is we're going to have to train our own dog. Kea, honey, go find a spot. Go on. Thank you. Okay, our treats have been taken away, so we're not going to use them. You know what? When things come up in training, you want to have a flexible attitude about things. You want to just say, okay, well, that's the way that turned out. What can we learn from that, and how can we go forward right now? So instead of stopping, we're just going to go forward with Scratchy. Okay. And we'll just give him a little more love. Hey, please sit down. Thank you. And we're just looking for 1 or 2 wins here, and then we're going to stop. Please stay. And that's an important element. Okay, you guys. Ready? And Scratchy, come. Yay! Now, could you see the difference in Scratchy that time, how he came? Now, let's have him come. Now, one could easily make the case that Scratchy came because there was food over here. That's okay. Just let him smell that. And that's okay.
There's a couple little crumbs left.
Come on up here. Come right up here. And what we want him to do is come up and sit down. Now, he's really excited about this. Sit down, please. Thank you. Very good. And he can have that little napkin. We'll let him smell that. Again, this is not exactly what we had in mind. That was very good. But this is the way it turned out. So let's just go with it. All right, good enough. So we'll just crumple that up. You want to shove that in your pocket. And we'll do that again. What we want to do is superimpose the touches into the food so that Scratchy, and I'm just doing these little touches with him. You know, this leader is a little tight too. We'll loosen that up in just a second. Thank you so much. You see, I'm just doing these tiny little circular touches. We're going to add one last touch in for this session, and that's the tail work. One of the things that we were talking about while we had the camera off is Scratchy's tail carriage, when he tends to walk, is up a little higher. And I was telling Bill and Char that when I worked with guide dogs for the blind, they would never select a service dog that had a tail carriage that came up beyond the height of its haunches. And Scratchy tends to be a little bit more dominant and a little bit more, I want it to be my way. So that'll just give us a greater opportunity to love him in a more concentrated method. Okay, so we're going to come back over. Scratchy, come on. And sit down, please. Thank you so much. You can see that. Sit down. Thank you. Please wait. Thank you. Please wait. Now we're looking for one more win, and then we'll stop.
Come.
Good. Yay! Good. And you could see how Scratchy kind of jumped up a little bit that time, and he came. Now, it's okay that he thinks that maybe there's a little food here. What we're going to do, bring him back up here, do some of those touches, work on the ears. Sit down, please. Sit down, please. Thank you. Going to just do some little strokes on his ears, bring awareness to his body. Do some of these little mouth touches, like this. Do some touches on the body. As we get on with this a little bit longer, we'll do some touches with the paws that will help with nail trimming. And we're also going to just one time here show this tail work. And we're just holding his tail and we're rotating it in this direction and then this direction. Then we're actually going to pull on the tail. And you can see I'm giving quite a little effort on the tail, and then we're just going to gently release that tail. And what that does is helps bring awareness and integration to his body and everything we've been working on. So the homework is to just work with the sit, stay, and come 1 minute at a time. Just have him even one session, look for little wins, and then build on that. You have him sit, you walk away, and you want to get as far away as you can over time, 4 feet, 5 feet, 10 feet, 20 feet. You want to get to the point where you can have him go into a sit-stay in another room if you're inside the house. Thank you, Scratchy. That was really well done. Thank you, buddy. And he would wait in that room by himself until he's called in. And then when he comes, he's going to feel the pride of being able to do that. And it'll no longer be about food or even coming because he wants to be with you, but because he really feels a sense of accomplishment within himself. And again, this element within working dogs, like Scratchy, this dog was bred to run 20, 30, 40 miles a day herding sheep or cattle. So we have to keep that in mind when we understand that this dog's going to need exercise and a job. You need to, regularly give him things to do that'll keep him occupied. That can be toys, that can be, you can just take him around the property with you. Bill and Char already take Scratchy many places that they go. Would you do me the big favor of sitting down, please? Thank you so much. That is so great. We really appreciate your help today, and we'll see you again really soon.